Today we're going to be cooking this frozen chicken in submerged water, not boiling water, just submerged water. This method of cooking is called sous vide. High-end restaurants and cooking competitions use this method to cook their foods quickly and easily, and they're absolutely delicious. It's basically submerged, sealed and submerged food. So sealed in a bag, submerged in water, and there's one of these in the water that heats it, and it kind of moves the water around, and so it keeps the water at a certain temperature so the meat or fish, well, whatever, cooks at a certain temperature and stays that certain temperature. One of the benefits of this is that the meat doesn't dry out. It stays sealed into the meat. It is absolutely delicious, super tender, yummy. So we need to seal this chicken in the bag, but what we need to do first is we need to go ahead and give it some seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and give it a generic seasoning. I know that seems like a lot of salt, but it's really not. It's the Himalayan salt. And we're just gonna, that's probably too much, garlic, and then some onion. So salt, pepper, garlic, onion, you could really do whatever you'd like. And then I'm just gonna place this chicken inside the bag. I'm not going to add any liquid because the chicken is frozen and there's fat in the chicken. So this is going to go ahead and season with the fat that's already there. I love these bags. We got a new vacuum sealer because our other one had died, and these bags came with it, and they're super big. They're probably 2 gallon size, and it fits the chicken in here perfectly and sealed it just nice. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay. Next, we're gonna go ahead and fill up our chicken bath, and we've got to fill it to a certain line so that the chicken is submerged and it's high enough onto the sous vide unit so that the water will flow right. All right, well, now that's filling. I'm going to show you what our sous vide heater element is. It looks like an immersion blender. It's very similar. Well, kind of, not really. This is the heating element in here, and there's also something that makes the water go swirly around and makes it keep circulating. I can't think of what it's called. And then your controls are up here. It comes on when you plug it in. You can set it for whatever temperature you want, and it stays at that temperature. We have done ribs, steak, fish in this, and we absolutely love this thing. So let's check this out. All right, we go ahead and put this in here like this and secure it there so it doesn't fall down. You don't want this falling in the water. That's not a good idea. So we have to make sure that it's above our minimum line here and above these vents. And then we go ahead and put our chicken in. And it's going to raise the water level. And then we have this handy dandy rack that holds things down. Oop, wrong way. But that's not all the way down. We need more water. All right, so our chicken is kind of poking out of the water here a little bit. So when I get this going, I'm gonna go ahead and put a plate on here to press this down to keep it submerged in the water. All right, let's go ahead and plug in the sous vide. And we're gonna set our temperature as soon as it turns on. And we're gonna go just hit the plus to get to the right temperature, or minus to whatever temperature you want it at. And we're gonna do 165 because that is the safe cooking temperature for chicken. There we go. And then all we have to do is hit play. And it goes. It does its thing. We don't have to do anything. It will stay at that temperature for a whole day if you want it to. But you have to keep it at that temperature, but not for more than a day, because then bacteria can start to grow, and then that's not good for your food. All right, in goes our plate, and now we're done. Okay, now for our chicken, we're just gonna let this cook all day. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna have this for dinner, so it's gonna be fine until dinner time. Just make sure you check the water levels every so often. We have a lid that helps to keep the moisture inside so that you're not losing all of that water. You don't have to have this particular bucket. You can use a big stock pot or a 5-gallon bucket. As long as this is in the water, you're good. So we've waited 7 hours. We're gonna go ahead and take this out and check the temperature, make sure it's all done, and then we're good to go. It's a little warm. I'm going to cut this open, and I put it in a bowl because I don't want to lose any of the juice that's there. We'll make a great gravy. And let's see. It's going to do that. All right, so this chicken is fully cooked. You may think, that doesn't look very appetizing, and it really doesn't. So if you would like, undercook it just a little bit and then put it in the broiler and crisp up the skin. But I'm gonna use it for many other things. I'm gonna make chicken salad, some chicken pot pie, and a few other dishes with this chicken, and it's gonna be yummy. All right, now check this out. Yum. This is gonna shred beautifully. Look at that. Oh, so juicy, delicious, not overly seasoned. This is perfect. I love this. Sous vide chicken from frozen, absolutely delicious. You gotta try this. I'm Christa with the Big Family Homestead, and you have an amazing day.